Be bold. Be brave. Be extraordinary. Be vulnerable. Be real. Be curious. Be true. Be you. Welcome to Trusting Your Gut with world-class energy intuitive Catherine McIntosh, a show designed to awaken you to enjoy the process of evolving, have fun along the way, and learn to listen to those silent in-between moments. You are the expert of your own life, and nobody knows more about the next steps to take in your journey than you. So please, listen to your gut and discover what's waiting for you to explore. Be vulnerable. Here is your host, Catherine McIntosh. Be curious. Be true. Be you. Welcome to Trusting Your Gut with world-class energy intuitive Catherine McIntosh, a show designed to awaken you to enjoy the process of evolving, have fun along the way, and learn to listen to those silent in-between moments. You are the expert of your own life, and nobody knows more about the next steps to take in your journey than you. So please, listen to your gut and discover what's waiting for you to explore. Here is your host, Catherine McIntosh.
So, give you a really simple example. Yesterday, I was buying my Christmas tree.
All right,
it's
my magical
that time
friends.
of the year,
So
the holidays, and
welcome.
holidays can bring out
Yes,
pain.
so
they can bring out
today
sadness.
we
They can
are
bring
gonna
out
be talking
celebration,
about,
but they can also bring out a
just
spirit
really
of
the
generosity.
spirit of generosity.
And yesterday,
I got
I'm
my
buying a
notes here
tree,
'cause I
decorating
always-
it tomorrow.
So the spirit
with my
of generosity,
son,
and why it's so
and
important.
particularly in this time of year.
And this
why it
sweet
might be
woman,
so
probably weighed
important
90 pounds,
specifically
had been,
for
you know,
you
in
and
full
how to
ski
hone
gear
in on
outside
that
at this tree
generosity. And
farm, or like
give you a really
outside the
simple
market.
example. Yesterday, I was buying my Christmas
she
tree.
was
Right, it's
so
that time of the
sweet.
year.
She said,
The
"I'll set this
holidays,
one
and
aside for
holidays
you." It
can
was like the perfect
bring out
tree.
pain. They can bring out
I'll,
sadness. They
I'll
can
do
bring out
this.
celebration. But they can also
Why don't
bring
you
out
put
a
a
spirit
car
of
around? I'll
generosity.
put it in for you.
And
she was like
yesterday,
half my
I'm
size,
buying
and
a
she's like,
tree,
"I'll carry the tree.
decorating it
I'll do it.
tomorrow
It's too
with
heavy
my
for you." And I was
son.
like, "Oh my God,
And
you're
hilarious. And we got done,
and
and
this
she put the
sweet
tree
woman,
in, and
probably weighed
all this
90
stuff, and I just
pounds, had been,
I was like,
you know,
wow,
in
she
full
just
ski gear,
like she's been out
outside
here
at
all
this
day
tree
long.
farm, or like
She's
outside
friendly.
the
She has a smile
market.
on her face,
And she made my
was
life so
so
much easier.
sweet.
And
She said, "Oh, set this one
hand her a
aside for
$20
you."
bill, and
It
she
was
was
like
like,
the
"Oh my
perfect
God,
tree.
oh my God." I was
I'll,
like, "Thank you.
I'll do
Merry
this."
Christmas." And she just like, you could see the
why don't
look
you
on
put
her
a
face.
car around? I'll
And
put
so
it in for you.
I'm gonna take
She was
the
like half
spirit
my
of
size, and she's like,
generosity
I'll
in a
carry
bit
the tree
of a different
I'll
direction.
do it.
So
It's too
yes,
heavy for
you
you.
can
And I was like, oh my
contribute
God,
to others
you're
financially. You
hilarious.
can
And,
give gifts.
we got done, and she put
You
the tree in,
can
and all
give
this stuff. And I
compliments.
just
And
what I
went into my
really wanted
car,
to
and I was
hone
like,
in
wow, she
today
just
is,
like she's
are
been out here
you
all day long.
being
She's friendly.
generous
She has a smile on her
with you?
face.
Are
She
you
made my
taking
life
time
so
to
much
nurture you?
easier.
Are
And I,
you feeding
hand her a
yourself
$20 bill, and
thoughts
she was like,
and
"Oh my
feelings
God, oh my God." I was
and
like, "Thank you, Merry
ideas and
Christmas."
dreams
And she just like, you
that
could see the
actually
look on her
acknowledge
face.
the gift you
And
are?
so
And so I'm going to
if you
take
see
the
someone
spirit of
on
generosity
the
in a
street
bit
and you
of a
admire their
different
beauty
direction.
or their
So
outfit or
yes,
their
you
smile
can
or their
contribute to others
hair,
financially.
you
You can give
immediately
gifts.
think of all their
You
brilliance,
can,
right?
when we meet
Give
people,
compliments. And
those
what I really
first
wanted to hone in
few
today
interactions,
is,
are
especially
you
those first
being
few moments of meeting
generous
someone,
with you?
it's like you
Are
resonate or
you
you
taking
don't.
time
Not
to
right, not
nurture
wrong,
you?
but
Are
when you
you
resonate with
feeding
someone
yourself
in
thoughts
those first
and
few moments of
feelings
meeting them,
and
is like
ideas and
all
dreams
you can
that
see is their
actually
brilliance, their
acknowledge the gift
brightness,
you
their
are?
kindness,
And so
their
if you
beauty,
see
their
someone
charisma,
on the street,
you
and
see the
admire their
magic in
beauty
them,
or their outfit
right?
or their smile or
And
their hair,
they see
you
the magic in
immediately
you.
think of all their
Brilliance,
and
right?
yet,
When we
every
meet
day
people,
when we're faced
those
with ourselves in
first
the mirror,
few
interactions,
Woo!
especially those first few
when we're
moments
faced
of
with
meeting
seeing
someone,
ourselves
it's
in
like
the
you
mirror,
resonate or you don't.
we're
Not right, not
typically
wrong.
not
But when
generous.
you resonate
We're not
with
generous
someone,
in those
we
first
undersell
few
ourselves
moments
with
of
our
meeting
gifts.
them.
We
Is like,
cut
you,
ourselves
all
down.
you can see is their brilliance, their
You know,
brightness, their
maybe we
kindness,
complain about our
their
finances,
beauty, their
maybe we complain about our
charisma.
job. Maybe we
You
compare
see the
ourselves
magic in them,
to other people
right?
in their
And
lives.
they
And
see the
that's
magic
not
in you.
generosity. that
And yet,
actually every
takes
day when we're
away
faced with
from
ourselves
your
in the
gift,
mirror,
from your
mirror
spirit,
here,
from what's alive in
when
you.
we're
And so
faced with seeing
this holiday
ourselves
season,
in
I
the
wanted
mirror,
to
we're
invite you to
typically
consider
not
what
generous. We're not
being
generous.
generous
We
with
undersell
you
ourselves
would
with our
look like.
gifts. We,
What being
cut
generous
ourselves
with you would
down.
feel like. So I'm not saying
like,
go out and spend money
maybe
on
we
yourself
complain
to be
about our
generous with you.
finances. Maybe we complain about our
Generosity
job.
is,
Maybe we
are
compare
you
ourselves
paying
to other
attention
people and their
to the
lives.
kindness
And
that
that's
you're
not
thinking, that
generosity.
you're feeling, and
That
that you're
actually
speaking to yourself
takes
when no
away
one else is
from
around.
your
Because
gift,
that's
from your
the
spirit,
generosity.
from what's
And so
alive
pay
in
attention.
you,
And
right?
so
when we
this
start
holiday
paying
season, I
attention to
wanted
our
to
thoughts,
invite you
we
to
will be
consider
quite
what
surprised,
being
right?
generous
Excuse
with
me.
you
Ooh.
would look like.
No energy
What
on that,
being
right?
generous with you,
So you guys
with you
all
would feel
remember,
like. So
I
I'm
tend
not
to
saying go out and spend
yawn
money
when
on yourself to be
when
generous
I'm,
with you. Generosity
when we're
is,
moving
are
some
you
energy.
paying
And so
attention
there's a lot
to
of
the
energy up
kindness
for,
that you're thinking, that you're
being
feeling,
generous.
and
And
that
so
you're
if you
speaking
want
to yourself
someone to be
when
generous
no
with
one
you,
else
to be
is around,
kind
because
to you,
that's
to be
the
supportive
generosity.
of you,
And so
to
pay
kind of
attention,
have your
right?
back. When we
You
start
have to
paying
have your own
attention
back
to
first,
our
right?
thoughts,
If you
we
want
will
someone
be
to give you
quite
compliments,
surprised,
you gotta
right?
compliment yourself.
Excuse me.
I remember
Ooh.
years ago when I
No
was
energy on
first
that,
starting
right?
out.
As you guys all remember, I tend
really
to
in the public
yawn
eye
when
starting
I
out. So I
when
had
I'm
been kind of a closet
when we're moving some
energy
energy. And
intuitive,
so
a closet healer, a
there's a lot
closet
of energy, energy
up
worker.
for
And
being
when I
generous. And so
started
if
to go
you
really
want someone
public
to be
and,
generous
I'd
with
be
you, to
in
be
crowds of
kind to
hundreds of
you,
people,
to be supportive of
um,
you, to
I
kind of have your
really
back,
wanted to be
you have
acknowledged,
to
like,
have your
for
own back
being
first,
good,
right?
I was
If
like,
you want someone
nobody's
to give you
acknowledging me.
compliments,
And it's
you
funny
gotta
because people
compliment
come up to me and
yourself.
say, I remember
Did you
years
hear
ago
everyone
when
talk
I
about
was
you? I was like,
first
no, I didn't hear a
starting
word.
out,
And they're like, are you kidding
really
me?
in the public
Everyone's
eye
talking
starting
about.
out,
So I had
the
been
impact that you're
kind
making.
of a
Everyone's talking
closet
about the difference that
energy
you're
intuitive, a
that today.
closet healer,
Everyone's
a
talking about the
closet
difference, energy
that
worker.
you're
And
being.
when I
And I
started to go
so
really
wanted that
public and, I'd
validation.
be
This is
in
what's
crowds of
crazy.
hundreds of
I
people,
literally couldn't
I
hear it,
really
even when
wanted to
people
be
were telling me.
acknowledged, like, for being
And so
good. I was like,
the point
nobody's
being
acknowledging
is
me.
if
And it's
you're
funny because
not
people
going
come up to
to
you and say,
validate
did
you,
you
if you're
hear
not going to
everyone
acknowledge
talk
you, if
about you? I
you're
was like,
not
no, I
going
didn't
to
hear a
give
word.
yourself
And they're
compliments,
like,
if
are
you're
you
not going to
kidding
look in
me?
the mirror and
Everyone's
see the
talking
brightness
about
and the
the
magic
impact
and
that
the
you're
joy
making.
and the
Everyone's talking about the
charisma and the
difference that you're
beauty
into
and the
that today.
quirkiness
Everyone's
and
talking
the,
about the difference that the
your
brilliance and
being.
your
And I
ways of
so
thinking. If
wanted
you're
that
not going to
validation. This is what's
do
crazy.
it for
I
yourself,
literally
it's really hard to
couldn't
expect other
hear
people
it,
to
even
do
when
it. And
people were
so
telling me.
generosity
so
also is about this idea
The point being
is
that
if you're not
giving
going to
without
validate
being
you, if you're not going to
right?
acknowledge you, if you're not
Giving
going to give
without
yourself
needing
compliments,
to
if you're
get
not going to look
something
in the mirror
return.
and see the brightness
It's
and the
really
magic and the
important
joy, because
and the charisma
the value
and
of
the
a
beauty
gift,
and the
right,
quirkiness
and
is to give.
I've had people
the
recently
brilliance
who
and
have been
all
like,
your
Catherine,
ways of
you're such a
thinking. If
giver
you're
that you
not going
sometimes
to
are
do
so
it
worried about
for
other people that you
yourself,
sometimes
it's
don't
really
take
hard to
time for
expect
yourself.
other
And
people to
it's
do it.
true,
And so
right? I
generosity
do yoga,
also
I
is
ski,
about this
I
idea
meditate.
that
I try to really,
giving
but when somebody
without
else
being
is giving
acknowledged,
me
right?
energy or
Giving
giving me a gift or
without
giving me a
needing
compliment or
to
giving me
get
attention, my
something
first
in
instinct
return.
is to want to
It's
give right back.
really
Important because
generosity
the value
with
of a
yourself,
gift, right,
is about are you
is to
willing
give.
to
I've had people
receive
recently
what's being
who have been
given
like,
to you.
Catherine,
And so
you're such a
when
giver
you,
that you sometimes
right,
are
heart
so
and head
worried about
congruence,
other
when you
people
get your
that you
heart and your
sometimes
head
don't take
on the
time for yourself.
same
And
wavelength.
it's true, right?
Same
I
energetic
go
field.
do yoga, I
right?
ski,
So they
I
don't have to be
meditate,
thinking the same
I try
thing,
to really,
right?
but
So
when
if you're
somebody
in
else is
partnership,
giving me
you don't have to be
energy
thinking
or
the same
giving
thing
me
as
a
your
gift
partner,
or giving me a
right? If you're
compliment
in
or
a
giving
business
me attention,
partnership,
my
if you're
first
a
instinct
really
is
close
to want to
friendship,
give right back. You don't have to
but
be thinking the same as
generosity
your
with
partner,
yourself
but
is about are you
your
willing
relationship
to
works
receive
best
what's
when you're
being
on
given
the
to you.
same and so
page,
when
right?
when you're congruent,
Right?
when you're
Heart and head
supportive,
congruence,
when you
get
acknowledge
your heart
the
and
other
your head
person and
on
what
the
their
same wavelength,
dreams and goals and
same
sort of
energetic field,
idiosyncrasies
right?
are, and
So
they
they don't have
acknowledge
to be
yours.
thinking the
That's
same
the
thing,
gift.
right? So if you're
And
in
so
partnership, you don't have to
just
be thinking the
like
same thing as
your
your
head
partner.
and your heart,
If
it
you're in a
isn't
business
about they have
partnership,
to
if
be
you're ever
really
on,
close friendship.
have the same
You don't have to be
desires,
thinking the same
but
as
they
your
do
partner,
have to be
but
supportive of
if
each
your
other, so
relationship
that
works
there
best
isn't
when
any
you're on
conflict.
the same page,
Conflict
when you're
isn't
congruent,
a bad
when you're
thing,
supportive, when you
but when you're in
acknowledge
the
the other
business of
person and
being
what their
generous,
dreams and goals
right?
and sort of
And
idiosyncrasies
especially
are,
with being
and they
generous with
acknowledge
yourself,
yours,
and especially
that's
with
the
receiving
gift.
money,
And
receiving
so
gifts, receiving compliments,
just
receiving
like your head and your
kindness,
heart, it isn't
receiving
about they have to
support,
be
receiving
on
friendship,
have the same
right?
desires.
Receiving,
And
but they
look, this
do
is about
have to
receiving
be
people
supportive of each
exactly
other,
as they
so
are.
that there
When
isn't
you
any
are in the
conflict.
business of receiving, or you're
Conflict
in the
isn't a bad
the
thing,
mode of receiving,
but when
it's
you're
so
in the
important
business
to
of being
sort of
generous,
take a
right?
moment to see,
And
are your head
especially
and
with
your
being
heart
generous with yourself, and
congruent?
especially with
Not
receiving,
same
receiving
thought,
money,
not same
receiving gifts,
desire,
receiving
but are
compliments,
they like
got your back,
receiving
right? Like
kindness,
on a soccer
receiving
team, right? My son loves
support,
football,
receiving friendship,
European
right?
football, right?
Receiving.
And
And look, this is
you
about
know, if
receiving
you
people
wouldn't have 11
exactly
players
as
on the
they
field
are.
and all 11
When
players are
you
playing the same
are
position,
in the
right?
business
But they
of
work
receiving, or
as
you're
a
in
team. And
the
so
the mode
in
of
this
receiving,
spirit of
it's so
generosity,
important
it's about you working
sort of
as a
take a
team with
moment
you,
to
with
see,
your body,
are
with
your
your
head
organs,
and your
with your
heart
finances, with
congruent?
your
Not
future,
same
with
thought,
your
not
business,
same
with how
desire,
you wake
but are
up
they
in
like
the morning,
got your back, right?
Like on a soccer team,
You know,
right?
I've
My
been
son
around a
loves
few
football,
people who've gone through some
European
massive
football,
life
right?
changes,
And
and they're
they're
faced
you
with the
wouldn't have
adversity
11 players on the
of
field and all 11
what
players are playing the
happens
same
when
position,
somebody
right?
else
But
comes
they work
into their field,
as
whether it's
a
a new
team.
job
And so
or new
in
this
relationship
spirit
or
of
new
generosity,
partner,
it's about
or
you
a
working
new
as a
town,
team with you,
the
with your
adversity
body,
of
with
somebody
somebody
else
else,
with your finances,
interjecting
with
their energy
your
into
future, with your
field,
business,
right?
with how
And
you
so
wake up
it's like,
in the morning,
saying
right?
to my man
You
this
know,
morning,
I've
I was
been
like,
around a few
yeah,
people who've gone through
right?
some
Massive
massive
life changes, and they're
the difference
faced with the
of
adversity
what happens when
of
you no
what
longer
happens
have
when
your
somebody else
own
comes
routine,
into their
right?
field, whether
We
it's a
all
new
have
job,
routines,
morning
or
routines, evening
relationship, or
routines,
partner,
lunch routines,
or
workout
a new
routines, yoga
town,
routines, right?
the
And when those
adversity of
routines,
somebody else
that the
interjecting
routines that
their
help you
energy
balance,
into
integrate,
your
be
field,
congruent with
right?
your
And
life,
so when you
it's
get
like,
out of balance
saying
with those
to my man this morning, I was
routines,
like, yeah,
it's like,
right?
it can be quite challenging on the nervous system. It can be quite
the difference
challenging
of
just
what
on your
happens
whole
when
field
you no
in general.
longer have
I
your
also
own
have been going
routine,
through
right?
we
Some
all have
life
routines,
transitions,
morning
and it's
routines,
like,
evening
whoa,
routines, lunch
my
routines,
workout
are being
routines,
challenged.
yoga
And what's
routines,
been really
right?
cool for
And
me
when those
is to go,
routines,
am I
the
going
routines
to
that
be
help you
at
balance,
the effect,
integrate, be congruent
or
with
am
your life,
I
when you
going
get out of
to
balance with
expand
those
my
routines,
energy to know that I
it's
have
like
the power
it
to
can be quite
respond
challenging on the
differently.
nervous system.
We
It can
cannot
be quite
control our
challenging.
triggers. We
Just
can,
I've
your
so many
whole
times I
field
was in
general,
grad school for
I also have
somatic
been going through
psychotherapy, right?
some life
So
transitions,
basically
and it's like,
therapy of the body.
whoa, my
And
routines
more
are being
like the
challenged. And what's
psychology
been
of the
really
body.
cool for me
And
is to go, am I
and the
going to be
importance
at the
of
effect, or am I going
of
to
getting yourself
expand my
in
energy to know
alignment
that
with
I
your
have the
body, of
power
getting
to
yourself
respond
in tune.
differently? We
And so
cannot
when
control
I
our
was
triggers.
in
I've
grad
so many
school,
times I was in
it was
grad school for
incredible to
somatic
me
psychotherapy.
what
right?
would
So-
happen
So
in
basically, therapy
sessions,
of the body,
in classroom
and
setting, when we would
more
go
like
into
the psychology of the
one-on-one
body,
sort of
and
testing out, and the
the
importance
how the energy
of
would diminish if we started focusing
of getting
on
yourself
the problems.
in
And so
alignment
all of
with your
us
body, of
can
getting
get
yourself
sort of
in tune.
and so
darted
when
off
I
course,
was
so to speak.
in
But
grad
here's the deal:
school, What if
It
it's not
was
off course?
incredible
What
to
if
me
every
what would
little
happen
sort of sidetracked
in
moment
sessions
that
in
happens
classroom
is
setting
an
when we would go
invitation
into
to realize that you
one-on-one
have the
sort
power
of
to
testing
realign
out
with you,
the
right?
how the
And so
energy
for
would
those
diminish
of
if we
us
started
who
focusing
maybe
on
grew up
the
in
problems.
traumatizing,
And so all of us can
situations,
get sort of we tend to
darted
very
off
outward
course, so to
focused on
speak.
where's the
But
other
here's
person,
the deal.
and depending
What
on where
if
the
it's
other
not off
person's
course?
mood is, whether it be
What
boss
if
or family
every
member or
little
parent
sort of
or child,
sidetracked
wherever that
moment
family member
that
is functioning
happens
from,
is
then
an
I will
invitation
determine
to
where I
realize
function
that you
from.
have the power
And that
to
can set you
realign
up for
with
a
you,
life
right?
of people
And
pleasing.
so for
It can set you
those
up for a life of
us
feeling at the
who
effect
maybe
of
grew up in
everything.
traumatizing,
And so the more generous you are with you, the more that you
situations,
can align. So
what do
we
I
tend
mean
to
specifically
be
by
very
generous?
outward focused,
Waking up in the
where's
morning
the
and
other
looking at
person,
yourself in
and
the mirror and
depending
being
on where
like,
the other person's mood is, whether it be boss or
beautiful.
family
I
member or
really
parent
like my ass. And
or
I'm
child,
not saying
wherever that
fake it till
family
you make
member
it.
is functioning from,
I am
then
not saying
I
that.
will
This is about
determine where I
true
function from.
authenticity.
And
Are you
that
willing
can set
to
you up
look
for a
yourself in the
life
mirror, to
of
look yourself in
people
the eyes,
pleasing?
to
It can
wake
set
up
you
out of
up
bed
for a
and be like,
life of feeling at the effect of
I'm
everything.
doing
And so the more
fantastic
generous you are with you,
right?
the more that you
I'm
can
doing
align. So what do I mean
fantastic today.
specifically by generous? Waking up in the morning and
Right?
looking at
And
yourself
so
in the mirror and being
want
like,
to invite you to consider
and beautiful.
that
I really like my ass. And I'm not saying fake it till you make
chance to
I
be
am not saying
generous
that. This is about
with you,
true
with your own
authenticity.
energy.
Are you willing?
So the compliments
to
that
look
you give
yourself
others,
in
the
mirror,
way
to
you look at
yourself
someone
in
in
the
the way
eyes,
you
to wake
admire
up
your
out of
friends,
bed
or
and
you
be like, admire somebody,
"Oh,
or you look at someone and
I'm
go, wow, they
doing
have such
fantastic
an
today."
incredible charisma.
Right?
When was the last time that you did
fantastic
that for
today.
yourself? When is the last time? And you know what? The
Right?
minute we say
And
that,
so
guess what comes up
want to
energetically?
invite
It's
you
like,
to
oh
consider
my gosh, that's boasting.
that
Oh, that's being
every
egoic.
moment
Oh,
of
that's being
every
too big
day
for my
you
britches.
have
Oh,
a chance
not supposed
be
to. I'm supposed to be
generous
humble. And yes,
with you,
humble
with your own
is
energy.
also a
So
part
the
of
compliments that
generosity.
you give
But
others, the way you
this
look at someone,
conversation
the way
with
you
you when
admire your
nobody else
friends, or
needs to
you
know what's going on.
admire
And if
somebody,
your
or
life
you
isn't
look at someone and
working,
go, wow, they
and the
have
way that you
such
like,
an incredible
chances
charisma.
are you aren't.
When
being
was the
generous
last time that you did
with
that
you.
for
You
yourself?
aren't looking
When
in
is
the
the
mirror
last time?
complimenting
And
yourself.
you know what?
telling
Telling
yourself
yourself
what
what
a
a
good
good
job
job
you
you
did
did
yesterday.
yesterday.
One of my
It's
favorite
like,
things to
oh my
do.
gosh, that's boasting.
Oh, that's being
is to go,
egoic.
okay, what
Oh,
did I
that's
do
being too big for my
really
britches.
well
I
yesterday?
not supposed to.
Ooh,
I'm
I
supposed to be
complimented
humble.
this
And
person.
yes,
I reached out to this
humble
client.
is
I did
also
this.
a
I
part
did
of that. I
generosity.
did this, right?
But
You just kind of
this
set it up, and then
conversation
go,
with
okay,
you and
is there
you,
anything that
nobody
didn't work
else
so
needs to
great?
know what's
And
going on.
and
And
if
if your
practice
life isn't
what I would do
working
different.
in
And
the
so
way that you
most
like,
people
chances
are not
are
taught,
you
and we're not
aren't
taught this.
being
I think we
generous
should be
with
in the
you.
school
You aren't
systems.
looking in the
We
mirror
should be taught
complimenting yourself. You
finances,
aren't, I think we should
telling
be taught
yourself
what a
business.
good job you
And
did
I
yesterday.
definitely one of my favorite
things
things
to
to
do,
and
like,
is to go, okay,
right?
what did I do?
Whatever you
want to
really
call it.
well yesterday.
And
ooh, I complimented this
what
person. I reached out to this
most
client.
people on the
I
planet
did
aren't
this, I
necessarily
did that,
realizing,
I
but
did
chances
this,
are
right?
you listening
You
to
just
this
kinda
because
set
you
it up, and
do
then I go, okay,
know
is there
the
anything that didn't work
impact
so
and the
great? And
importance
I'm
of
gonna
really taking
practice
time
what I would do
to
different.
and so
Internal,
most people
internally
are not taught, and
support
we're not
you,
taught
because
this. I think we
nobody's
should be
gonna
in
be
the
your
school
biggest
systems. We
cheerleader
should be
other
taught
than
finances.
you.
I think we should be taught
Now,
business.
with that being
And I
said,
definitely
if
think
you
we should
start
be
being
taught
your biggest
energy
cheerleader, if you
and
know
like that you're
self-talk,
staying true to
right?
you, if you're
Whatever you
following
wanna
your
call it,
dreams, if you're
and
living your best life,
what
and it does not matter
most
what
people
that
on the
is.
planet aren't
One
necessarily
person's best
realizing, but
life
chances are
might
you're
be,
listening to this because you
skiing
do
every day,
know
right?
the
One
impact and
person's
the
best life
importance
might be
of really
traveling
taking
around the
time
world. One
to
person's best life
internal,
might be going home to their
internally
family,
support
cooking
you,
for their
because
family, working a
nobody's gonna
job
be
that
your
supports their
biggest
family.
cheerleader
No one
other
can tell
than
you
you.
what your best life is.
Now,
But
with
you
that
know,
being
in
said,
the, in
if
the
you
way
start
that
being
you
your
know
biggest
if you're being
cheerleader,
generous
if
with
you
you
know
is if
that you're staying true to you,
start,
if you're following
to
your dreams,
go,
if you're living your best
high
life,
five.
and it does not matter
Yeah,
what that is.
I'm really.
One person's
I
best
like
life
the
might
feeling
be,
of that.
you know,
I'm
skiing
skiing
every
every day.
right? I
One
like that
person's
the best
truthful
life
with
might be
myself.
traveling
I
around
like
the world.
that I stick to
One
my
person's
morals.
best
I
life
like
might be
that I
going
have
home to their
boundaries,
family, cooking
right?
for their family,
And those
working a
people
job
that
that
grew
supports
up
their family.
in,
No one
we'll
can
just call
tell
it
you what your best
traumatic
life is.
childhoods,
But
you learn to
the way
look
that you
at
know
your
if you're being
surroundings
generous with
externally,
you is
determine
if
your energy
you
based on who was
start
in your surroundings,
to
and then
go,
you do everything you could to people
high
please
five.
the people in your surroundings so
Yeah,
that then you
I'm
could
really,
be okay. That's
I
an
like the
exhausting
feeling
way
of that. I want
living,
to do
and
more
it
of that.
doesn't
Right?
create
I
generosity
like
because
that I'm
now
truthful with
you have no
myself.
time and
I
energy
like
for you.
that I stick to my morals.
Right?
I like
That I have
Whereas,
boundaries. If you
right?
start to
And
those people that
prioritize
grew up
are your
in,
heart and your head congruent.
we'll just call it
Are you
traumatic
in alignment
childhoods,
with
you learn
your
to
dreams?
look
Are
at
you
your
catching your
surroundings
negative
externally,
self-talk?
determine
Are
your
you
energy based on
rewiring
who
your
was in
self-talk
your surroundings,
into
and then you
an
do
energy or
everything you could
perspective
to people
that
please the people
is
in your
like giving
surroundings
you a
so that
compliment?
then you could
That's
be
like
okay.
opening the
That's
door
an
to something new.
exhausting
Are
way
you,
of
right?
living, and it
Opening that.
doesn't
So funny. I
create
did a
generosity
yoga class
because
yesterday.
now
We did
you
a
have
whole
no
bunch
time
of
and
new
energy
moves.
for you. My
Right?
shoulders are so sore. I'm like, what did
Whereas,
I do? If you start to
so
prioritize,
is
are your heart and your head congruent?
what if
Are you in
there are
alignment
ways
with
not just
your
this
dreams?
holiday
Are
season,
you
but coming
catching
into
your
a new
negative
year
self-talk?
that
Are you
you could take
rewiring
these
your self-talk
small
into
steps
an energy or
towards
perspective
opening the
that
door is
to
like
being
giving you a
generous with you,
compliment.
right?
That's
This
like
isn't
opening the
once
door to
it,
something
right?
new. Are
Once
you?
it works. I was having a
Right?
conversation
Opening
with someone,
that. So
and
funny.
we're trying to resolve
yesterday. We did
an
a
issue,
whole
and
bunch
they
of
said
new
to me,
moves.
you know, it's not going to be resolved
My
overnight.
shoulders are so sore.
like,
I'm like,
wow.
what did I do?
Right.
So the point
Every day
is
putting energy
what
into
if there
right,
are ways
into your own
not just this
bucket every
holiday
day,
season,
putting
but coming
energy
into a new year
into
that you
living
could
your
take
truth,
these
into
small
being aligned,
steps
into saying yes to
towards
everything
opening
that
the
you
door
desire.
to
So
being generous
we're going to
with
continue
you,
to
right?
talk about
This isn't
generosity of spirit
and
and
once it works. I was
how
having a conversation
it
with
relates
someone
to you,
and
and we're
why
trying
it's so
to
important. So
resolve
stay tuned.
an
and we'll be
issue.
back.
And they said to me, you know, it's not going to be resolved overnight.
Om Times
I said,
TV.
wow, right. Every day, putting energy
Do you trust you?
into,
Do you trust your body?
right,
What
into
is the
your
key
own
to
bucket
unlocking
every day,
weight,
putting energy
suffering,
into
fear,
living your truth,
anxiety,
into being aligned,
addictions, traumas, and
into
sorrows
saying
is
yes to
already
everything that you
inside.
desire. So
Learn
we're
to
going to
love the
continue to
skin
talk
you're in
about
so you can
generosity
create
of
the body,
spirit
business,
and
and life
how
you love.
it relates
Everyone
to you
always
and
says
why
you
it's
can't
so
explain
important.
what
So stay
Catherine
tuned
does.
and
You
we'll be
just
back.
have to experience it. From Hollywood actors to
Om
New York
Times
Times
TV.
best-selling authors to some of the world's wealthiest and most successful, no two experiences.
Do you
are the
trust
same.
you?
For private
Do you
sessions,
trust your body?
online
What is
courses,
the key to
live
unlocking
events,
the weight,
and the latest
pain,
book Jack
suffering,
Canfield calls Game
fear,
Changer,
anxiety,
and should be required
addictions,
reading for everyone. Traumas and
Go
sorrows
to
is already inside of you. Learn to love the skin you are in so you can create the body, business, and life you love. Everyone always says you can't explain what Catherine does, you just have to experience it.
Imagine becoming a
Hollywood
super
actors to New
influencer.
York Times
Reinvent
best-selling
yourself,
authors
invest in
to
your
some of the
brand,
world's
and then
wealthiest and
manifest
most
your
successful.
success with a
No
robust
two
spheric
experiences
approach. Om Times
private
Media and
sessions,
Broadcasting
online
offers a
courses,
unique
live
and
events,
multifaceted
and
way
the latest
to become
book
the
Jack
spiritual
Canfield
and
calls
conscious
Game Changer.
influencer you
It
deserve
should
to be
required
by
reading
putting
for
your
everyone.
message across
Go
our
to
powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Om Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Om Times magazine columnist, super and a syndicated podcaster. Reinvent yourself, all in one shot. In your brand by live streaming your show on your success TV with a robust broadcasting it across the extensive Om Times radio and TV network. Offers a unique and multifaceted way you become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Om Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Om Times magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on Om Times TV and broadcasting it across the extensive Om Times radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. Om Times. Open yourself to the possibilities.
All right, so we are back and we're talking about generosity of spirit and how it relates to you. And I kind of wanted to take the next part of this in a bit of a different direction. And to all of you entrepreneurs out there, to all you business owners, to all of you creating, right? You're out there in the world doing something that hopefully you're passionate about, that you care deeply about, that you think makes an impact in the world, or makes an impact in the world. And all right, so we are back and we're talking about generosity of spirit and how it relates to you.
You may not be at the level of
success
that you
the next part of this in a bit of a different direction.
Feel like you're behind.
And to
but
all of you
the
entrepreneurs
question
out
to
there,
you
to all you
is,
business owners,
are
to all of
you
you creating,
feeling
right? You're
fulfilled and
you're out there in the
satisfied
world
when
doing
you wake up in
something
the
that
mornings?
hopefully you're
And are you
passionate about,
feeling
that you
fulfilled
care
and
deeply
satisfied
about, that
when you
you
go to bed
think
at night,
makes an impact
right?
in the world,
You
or
want to really take a look
makes
at
an impact in
this
the world.
idea.
And
so,
I
are
was
you
in
acknowledging
the entrepreneurial
difference that
world
you
for a
make in the
long
world,
time,
right?
and
You
I
may
love
not
business.
be
It
at the
fascinates
level
me.
of
I was in the
success that you
online
want to
world.
be
I was
at.
traveling around the
You
world
may,
teaching classes all over.
feel like
And,
you're behind.
I kind
but
of just
the
like
question to
bulldozed
you
through
is,
building my
are
business in the
you
beginning.
feeling
And
fulfilled
for
and
me, in the
satisfied
beginning,
when you wake up in the mornings?
if
And are
I
you
could
feeling
do it
fulfilled
all
and
over
satisfied
again, one of the
when you go
things
to
that
bed at
I would
night,
do differently in the beginning.
You want to
no
really
regrets,
take a
right?
look at
But what I would
this
do different
idea.
in
And so,
building my
I was
business
in
is
the
that
entrepreneurial world for a long
would
time.
take the
And
time
I
to
love
value
business. It
relationships.
fascinates me. I was in the
even
online
more.
world. I was traveling
And
around
so
the world
for
teaching
those of
classes
you out
all
there
over.
that might be all
And,
about the sales,
I kind
all
of just
about,
like bulldozed
getting the
through
client,
building
or
my
all
business
about,
in the beginning.
and
filling
for me
your
in the
classes,
beginning,
or all about whatever.
if I
it is,
could
selling your
do it
product,
all over again,
what
one of the
if,
things that I would do differently
in the
beginning,
spirit
no
of
regrets,
generosity,
right?
it
But
is
what I would
about
might do different in
prioritizing
building my
the
business
relationship,
is that
prioritizing
I
the connection,
would,
because
take
the
the
time
greatest
to
relationship that
value
you ever have in the
relationships
world is the one
even
you have
more.
with you.
And
your
so
body.
for those of
Greatest
you out there
relationship
that
in the
might
world,
be
most
all
important,
about the sales,
most
or
valuable.
all
If
about,
you don't nurture
getting
that one,
the client,
right,
or all about,
and you start,
your
your health starts to be
filling
compromised,
your
you
classes,
start
or
getting
all
sick,
about
your
whatever
relationships start to
it
get
is, selling your
compromised,
product.
but most importantly, your
What
health gets
if,
compromised, right?
in the
Your
spirit
energy
of
levels, your
generosity,
vitality,
it
your
is
charisma,
about
and so
prioritizing
this generosity
the
of
relationship,
spirit is
prioritizing
also,
the
are
connection,
you
because
the
in
greatest
business,
relationship that you
right,
ever
to
have
give.
in
Now,
the
I'm
world
not
is the
saying
one
not to
you have
receive,
with you and your
but
body. Greatest relationship in the
sometimes
world, most important, most valuable. If you
valuing
don't nurture that one,
a human
right,
being,
and
right?
you
This
start,
week I was
your
like,
health starts to be compromised,
all of
you start
these
getting sick,
companies
your
are
relationships
now
start to get compromised,
adopting
but most
systems in
importantly,
which
your
you
health
never
gets
have to talk to a
compromised,
real person,
right?
Your
And
energy
I
levels,
don't know
your
about
vitality,
you,
your
right? It
charisma,
might
and so
save money.
this generosity of
right, in terms
spirit
of not
is
being able
also,
to keep staff
are
on, but
you
if it's
in
not
business,
personable,
right, to
right?
give? Now, I'm not
That
saying not to
company or
receive,
product or
but
experience
sometimes
value
might lose its oomph
a human
if
being.
it doesn't, right?
Value
This week
the
I
human
was like,
connection.
oh my goodness,
No
all
one
of
will
these
ever
companies
be able to
are
take
now
away the power of your
adopting
heart,
systems
the
in which you
power
never have to talk to a real person.
of all, like all
And
the
I don't know
mitochondria
about you,
in
right? It
your
might
body,
save
right?
money,
The sheer power,
right, in terms of not
of
being able to
mitochondria,
keep staff
right?
on,
No
but
one
if
can
it's not personable, right,
take away
that
your
company
power.
or product
No one
or
can diminish your
experience,
truth, but
might people can try,
right.
and here's the
might
deal:
lose its
are
oomph
you letting
if
them?
it doesn't
you
value the human connection.
focused
No
on your
one
external
will ever
environment to
be
keep the
able to
peace,
take away
that
the
all of a
power
sudden
of your heart,
you
the
don't
power
have peace
of all,
really
like all
important.
the mitochondria.
Yeah, it's so
in
funny.
your body.
Every time I look at it,
The
I
sheer
look at
power
that, right? So on my
of
website, I
mitochondria,
have this master
right?
class,
No
and
one
it's
can It's called the life awakening,
takeaway,
life
your
shift
power.
awakening.
No one
system.
can diminish
And for
your
those
truth,
of you
but
that have spent a
people
lifetime
can
of
try.
people-pleasing, a
And here's the
lifetime
deal:
of
scanning your
are
environment,
you
a lifetime of looking
are
at external
you,
circumstances,
to
determine whether or
focused
not
on your
you
external
are
environment to
happy
keep the
with
peace, that all of a sudden
it's a doozy.
you
I highly
don't
recommend the
have
masterclass.
peace.
It is
Really
free, by
important.
the way, and I also have a free
Every
nervous
time I look
system,
at it,
healing
I
your
look
nervous
at that,
system.
right?
So on my website, I have this masterclass, and it's called the Life
for all of you out there, it is like
Life Shift
there
Awakening
is.
System. And for those of you that have spent
magic
a
pill.
lifetime of people,
There's no
pleasing, a
formula,
lifetime
but
of
what there
scanning your
is
environment,
is
a lifetime of
your
looking at
barometer
external
of
circumstances
are you
to
living
determine
in
whether or not
alignment
you
with your
are
truth,
happy
and
with
in
you.
there,
Are you being generous? Are you
it's a
giving
doozy.
yourself
I highly
permission to
recommend
rest?
the masterclass.
Are you giving yourself permission?
It is
to
free, by
take
the
a
way,
bath?
and
And
when
I
you're
also
doing
have
that,
a free
are you
nervous
in the
system,
bathtub,
healing your nervous system,
healing
your
down,
body,
picking
so
at your skin,
worrying about what your body likes, or are you like,
for all of you out
body,
there, it is
you
like
are an
there is
incredible
body.
no magic
Right?
pill.
Wow, you
There's
have
no formula.
but what there is
Incredible blood
is
flow,
your
or a strong
barometer
voice, or
of
beautiful
are you
teeth.
living
Right?
in
When was the
alignment
last
with your
time that you
truth?
stood in the
And
mirror?
in there,
and
are you being generous?
complimented
Are you giving yourself
your
permission to rest?
features? Are you giving
And
yourself permission
when is
to
the last time
take a bath?
that you
And when you're
wrote
doing
down
that,
in your
are
journal
you in the
all
bathtub
your positive
ridiculing your body,
attributes?
picking at your skin?
Most people, when asked
worrying about what your
to
body
come up
likes,
with
or
all
are
the
you
things
like,
they'd like to
wow,
change
body,
about
you
themselves,
are an
they get 10,
incredible
20, 30, 40,
body.
50 things that they can
Wow,
list
you
of,
have,
things they like to change.
And then when people ask,
Incredible
okay,
blood
name
flow,
three
or a
things
strong
about
voice,
you,
or beautiful
right?
teeth,
They wouldn't
right?
change. Name,
When was the
three
last
things
time
about
that you
you
stood in the mirror
that
and you
are
complimented
nurturing,
your
are this generosity?
features?
And most people,
when is the
cannot
last time
come up
that
with
you
three
wrote down
things.
in your journal all
Pretty
your
astonishing.
positive
And so
attributes?
tis the season
Most people,
for all
when
of
asked
you
to
come
be
up with
generous,
all the
to
things
be
they'd like to
kind,
change
to love
about
the clothes you're
themselves,
wearing, put
they
on
get
lipstick,
10, 20,
like,
30, 40,
take
50
an effort
things
to
that they
make
can
yourself
list of
feel
things
good,
they like
not
to change
for other people.
And then when people ask,
but for
okay,
you.
name
Take the time
three things
to,
about you,
right?
prep
They
yourself
wouldn't
in the
change.
mirror.
Name
And one
three
of
things about
what
you
was the move I was
that,
doing in my somatic
are
classes? So
nurturing,
I
are this
teach
generosity.
some somatic
And
classes
most people
in
come up
Aspen,
with
Tuesdays,
three
Wednesdays,
things.
and Thursdays currently.
Pretty
And
astonishing.
we did this move.
And so
And
tis
and
the
I was like,
season
oh,
for
I
all
feel
of you
stronger.
to
Oh,
be
I
generous,
feel
to be
like
kind, to
better.
love the clothes you're
And
wearing.
it was
Put
laying on the
lipstick.
floor. So
like,
it's a particular
take
move
an
where you lay on
effort
the floor
to make yourself
and
feel
you
good.
press
Not for
your
other
knees
people,
into your palms,
but
and
for
you
you.
press your
Take
palms
the
into your
time
knees, but you want to
to,
keep your legs straight. And you're laying on the
prep
ground.
yourself in the
And
mirror.
if you
And
do
one
it
of
long enough,
what was
your
the
ribs
move
can
I
be
was doing in
sore,
my
right?
somatic
Actually, my quads
classes.
are a little
So I
bit sore
teach
today. But
some somatic
what this does
classes
is it amps up
in Aspen,
your
Tuesdays,
trusting
Wednesdays, and
you.
Thursdays currently. And
the
we
most
did this
important
move,
thing you can
and
do,
everyone's like, to move
oh, I
forward
feel
in this lifetime
stronger.
is to trust
I
you.
feel
And so
like
start
better,
not only physically.
And it was laying
right?
on the floor. So
But
it's a particular
what about
move where
the
you lay on
emotional
the floor,
piece, right?
and
The
you
emotional piece.
press your knees
Are
into your
you
palms,
being
and you press
generous
your
with
palms into
your
your knees, but you want
kindness,
to keep your legs straight, and
right?
you're laying on the ground.
I was looking
And
at
if you
the other
do
day,
it long enough, your
I've
ribs
gotten
can
a
be
lot
sore,
better
right?
at this.
Actually,
But
my
I
quads
caught
are a little
myself
bit
a
sore
couple of
today.
years ago,
But
driving
what this
in
does is it
one of the
amps
most beautiful
up
places in the
your
world, and I
trusting
was
you.
in my car like a grump, stuck in
And the
traffic.
most important
And it was
thing you
every
can
day
do
to move forward in this
wait a
lifetime
second.
is to trust you. And
If
so
I know
start.
anything, not only
I
physically,
know that I have the power
right,
to respond
but
differently.
what about
to
the
what's
emotional
happening?
piece?
I don't have
Right,
to
the
be
emotional
at the
piece.
effect of it.
I
Are
always have
you
choice
being generous with?
And the truth
your
is that each of
kindness,
you
right?
always,
I was looking at the other
has
day.
choice, right?
I've
So
gotten a
maybe
lot better at
you
this, but I
buy
caught myself
yourself
a
some
couple of
perfume,
years ago,
right? Or some
driving
concert
in
tickets,
one of the most
or
beautiful
a
places in the
plane
world,
ticket,
and I
right?
was
Maybe that's
in my
you being
car like a
generous
grump,
and
stuck in
self-caring for
traffic,
you.
right? And
Maybe
it was every
being
day.
generous
And
is waking up in the
second.
morning and thinking of three
If I
things.
know anything, I know that
light
I
you
have the
up,
power to respond
right?
differently
Three things
to what's
And
happening.
then tomorrow,
Don't
do the
have to
exact
be
same thing.
at the
Think about
effect of it.
three
I
things
always have
that light
choice.
you up.
And the
And
truth
so
is that each of you,
when we're faced with
always, scarcity, we
always
tend to go
has
down the
choice,
rabbit
right?
hole of fixing.
So maybe
and
buy
said
yourself
this many
some perfume,
times, there's nothing
right?
to
Or
fix,
some concert
there's nothing
tickets,
to change,
or a
there's nothing
plane
wrong with you.
ticket,
There
right?
is no
Maybe
fixing.
that's you being generous
Right?
and
When you
self-caring.
get that,
maybe
you truly
being
get
generous
there is no
is
fixing.
waking
You
up in the
will
morning
have
and
a
thinking
lot
of 3
more
things
energy to receive you
that
and to
light you up.
receive the gift
Right?
of you.
3 things.
So, my friends,
And
during
then
this
tomorrow,
holiday
do the
season,
exact same thing.
I wish you the
Think about
best
3
now
things
and always.
that light you up.
Wishing you joy,
And so
wishing you magic.
when
wishing
we're
you
faced with
sunshine,
adversity,
wishing
we tend to go
you
down the rabbit hole
that the
of
spirit of
fixing.
generosity
And,
fill your heart.
I've said this
and
many
fill your
times.
soul.
There's
So
nothing to fix.
I do want to thank you
There's
for
nothing to
listening
change.
in, for
There's nothing
being
wrong with
here
you.
as
There is no
always,
fixing.
and
Right? When
wishing
get
you
that,
all a
you
very, very
truly
happy
get
holidays
there is no
wherever
fixing.
you
You
are
will have
in the
a
world.
lot more
'Tis the
energy
season.
to receive you and to receive the gift of you. So, my friends, during this holiday season,
Catherine is not a
I wish you
medical
the best
practitioner nor a
now
licensed
always.
therapist.
Wishing
She
you
has strong
joy,
opinions and will
wishing you
express them,
magic,
and
wishing
truly
you
believes that
sunshine,
you are your best
wishing
advocate for any
you
and
that
every
the
area of
spirit
your
of
life. If you
generosity
need medical
fill your
advice,
heart
please
and
consult your
fill your
physician.
soul. So I do want to thank you for listening in, for being here as always, and wishing you all a very, very happy holidays wherever you are in the world. 'Tis the season.